Welcome back to UK Money Wisdom. I'm Angie. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most disgraceful myths in modern Britain. The claim that pensioners are a drain on the economy. You may have seen the headlines, the smug TV panels, the online debates. The triple lock is bankrupting the country. Older people are taking too much, costing too much, living too long. Now that narrative isn't just cruel, it's plain false. It's part of a calculated campaign, you see, to divide generations, pit young people against old people, and distract everyone from where the real wealth is hiding. In this video, we're going to expose the lie behind the pensioners' drain story. We're going to reveal the massive economic power of Britain's older population and show how the so-called solutions being whispered by politicians would amount to economic suicide and moral collapse. You see, pensioners power the economy. That's right. So let's start with the basics. Every pound of income doesn't vanish. It moves. It flows through the economy. It keeps small businesses alive and it sustains local jobs. The average pensioner spends almost all of their income, you see, inside the UK on groceries, heating, transport and home essentials. That means it has an incredibly high velocity of money. That's the economist's term for how fast money recirculates. So cutting pensions wouldn't save money. No, it would crash high streets, shrink local economies, and hurt working families. And here's the kicker. Research shows that people over 65 contribute more than £61 billion a year to the UK economy through spending, taxes, work, volunteering and caregiving. Every shopkeeper, delivery driver and care worker who earns a living from that spending pays tax on it. Pensioners are not takers, they're tax recyclers. The Treasury just doesn't like to admit it. And then there is the hidden economy factor that they don't want to count. So let's talk about the part they never include in their spreadsheets, the unpaid work done by older people. There's £100 billion shadow economy that holds Britain together. Invisible to the Treasury, oh yes. Taken for granted by them, oh yes. But vital to everyone else. And these are, number one, the grandparent workforce. Millions of grandparents provide daily childcare, saving parents thousands every year. Without them, many working families couldn't afford to work full-time. Number two, the care army. Over 1 million people aged 65 plus care for an elderly partner, a disabled child, or a relative with long-term illness. If that care had to be paid for, the NHS and local councils would collapse under the cost. And number three, volunteering and community work. older people run charity shops, food banks, church groups, and local services. And they are the backbone of British volunteering. Remove that and civil society simply stops functioning. So when you hear the words drain on resources, remember this. If Britain had to pay for everything that pensioners quietly do for free, the cost would dwarf the entire pension budget. So what are they really proposing here? Let's strip the sugarcoating off, shall we? When pundits say the pension is unsustainable or that we spend too much on the elderly, what they're actually proposing is deadly simple and morally indefensible. Let's look at them under a few headings, shall we? Number 1, starve or freeze. Because cutting pensions for those on the lowest incomes means people can't afford food or heating. That's not policy, that's slow motion neglect. Number 2, deny them care. When they argue that healthcare spending on the elderly is too high, they are suggesting rationing based on age. In plain English, denying treatment because you've lived too long. And number 3, protect the privileged. That's the biggest hypocrisy. And these calls usually come from people who've already benefited from generous company pensions, cheap property, and a lifetime of tax advantages, all funded by the same generation they now attack. This isn't about saving the economy, it's about preserving privilege. So let's look at the real numbers that they hide and bring this back to facts. The UK state pension is one of the lowest in the developed world. Pensioners are not the problem. They are the spenders, keeping demand alive in a stagnant economy. And according to multiple studies, the total economic contribution of us older people through taxes, spending and unpaid work exceeds a massive £800 billion every year. That's not a drain, that's a national treasure. And yet, the conversation in Parliament and in the media isn't about how to strengthen pensions or how to reward contribution and care. It's about how to cut. The bottom line or the truth is this. Britain's problem isn't that its pensioners cost too much. It's that the wealthy and powerful contribute too little. So the next time you hear someone call pensioners a burden, do stop them and tell them the 3 irrefutable truths, won't you? Which are, number 1, my pension keeps the economy alive. Number 2, my care keeps families working. And number 3, my volunteering keeps communities sharing. And I save the government £800 billion every year. And on top of that, Britain's older generation has earned its rest, yet still gives more than it gets. If you believe this country needs unity, not division, share this video. Leave a comment telling us how older people around you make a difference, and subscribe for more truth-telling from UK money wisdom, because together we're going to end the lie that's poisoning our politics and remind Britain who really holds this country up. This is UK Money Wisdom. I'm Angie, and I wish you all a very happy day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.